Hey everyone, it's Maria Fontana, your favorite intuitive business consultant and growth strategist. I want to thank you so much for joining me this morning in our Learning Training Thursdays. Welcome everyone in the group. First of all, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to join me in this group. I had some issues coming on. I was a few minutes late. If you guys can see me, please give me some hearts, give me some love. I'm seeing a delay, so I hope you guys can see me well. So what I want to talk about today is something that's super huge. I mean, there's so much going on in the world, and we're in a very delicate, vulnerable state right now, all around globally. I'm in the US, but it's global. What we've been through, what's happening to humanity, pandemic wise, and then also energy wise, unjust things happening. So there's so much stress and anxiety right now, and especially for our business owners and people who are small business owners and practitioners. So I just want to make it very clear. My heart goes out to anyone. I don't care what color, I don't care what race, I don't care what nationality. No one should be mistreated. No one, anywhere in the world, globally. So in my opinion, everyone needs to love each other, needs to be loved everywhere. So these are my words. This is how I feel about everything. Injustice is not okay for anyone. So with that being said, I just want to tell you guys, energetically, when we're under a lot of stress like this, and then when there's so much going on and there's so many people in pain, the spiritual part of me realizes that we have to send out more love. We have to send out more prayers. We have to send out more positive energy, whatever that looks like for you. Make sure that you take good care of yourself. Hey, Jess. Hey, Penny. Hey, Vera. Hey, everyone. I see you guys finally hopping on. There's a little bit of a delay. Make sure you give yourself lots of love so you can show up in that love and light and share that with other people. So that being said, I'm going to move forward to help you guys. So how do we create a realistic future for our businesses during a pandemic, after a pandemic, or after any kind of crisis? So I want you guys to understand something. I'm coming to you with 34 years experience. I have had to reinvent my businesses repeatedly, not due to pandemics, but due to divorce, due to financial disasters, due to things outside of my control, things changing in my life due to illness, due to loss. So there's more than one way to have to rebuild your business with a crisis. So the few key notes that I want you guys to take away from this is this. Number one, and I want you to write this down. Number one is going to be mindset. So your mindset has to really come from a place where you're really choosing wisely what you're thinking about. You're choosing wisely what you're projecting for your future to be. You're choosing wisely how you're talking to yourself. How many of you ever caught yourself, oh, I'm broke. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm not going to make it. Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, this pandemic. Oh, I can't believe this is happening to me. Even though those things may be and seem true in reality, you have to turn around how you speak to yourself. So instead of saying, I'm tired, you know what? I think I need a little rest today. What can I do to take better care of myself? Now, this takes practice, guys. Remember, 21 days to change a habit. So don't beat yourself up. There's no beating yourself up here if these things are hard for you in the beginning. And don't judge yourself. It's okay. Wherever you're at, just meet yourself where you're at. So another great way to just change how you're talking to yourself, be like, oh, I'm broke. Well, you know what? I am so excited that there's going to be more abundance coming into my life. Or it's not in my budget right now, but it will be. Excuse me. It's shifting the perception of how you talk to yourself. And when you shift, hey, Christina, hey, Gina, when you shift your perception of how you talk to yourself, everything changes because we can go down a black hole really quickly. So number one in being able to pivot and shift your business is your mindset. Now, guys, I'm going to also forewarn you that you have to be realistic with yourself. Like, there's going to be days where you feel like shit. There's going to be days where you're pissed off. There's going to be days where you just want to scream, throw in the towel, but honor that. Feel the feelings and let them go through you. Don't be obsessed with judging yourself, because if you're constantly judging what you're feeling and not just letting it move through you, you're going to stay stuck. So number one, and be able to pivot and shift is your mindset. Number two is, and a lot of people don't want to do this because they're like, oh my God, I don't want to do it. I did so much work already. You need to take a good hard look at what people need now. What I was offering people 6 months ago, or maybe what you were offering people 6 months ago, is not the same as what they need today. So it's really time to sit down. I want you to get out your notebook, your pen and paper. I'm a fan of paper. Get a notebook. And I want you to start writing down who your ideal client was before. Like who's the people you were selling to before? What has changed for those people? And what do they need now? And I will tell you, so my ideal client, most of my clients, and this is an example so you guys can learn, a lot of you are not salon owners and are not beauty professionals in this group, but that is my main niche market that I've been in for about 6 to 8 months. Before I was helping a broader, group of people, and I have niched it down because it helps it more effectively for my marketing and who I'm talking to. What happens now? My ideal clients were salon owners, beauty professionals, service providers, and who was the most hit in the pandemic right now? Yes. Comment below, guys. Give me some hearts. I can't really see if anybody's here. There's such a delay. I hope you guys can see me well. Give me some hearts. Comment below. Who knows who got hit the hardest during this pandemic as far as business owners go, right? Beauty professionals, people have been closed for over 3 months. Service providers, holistic practitioners, wellness practitioners, service providers. A lot of my clients who are holistic coaches or empowerment coaches or have practices, their clients have stopped payment. Business has frozen for so many people. So I had to take that and take a hard look and say, okay, well, salon owners right now do not have the funds to invest in my services. But what do they need today? Oh, good, Jessica. Yeah, take notes. Absolutely, because this is all a process. I'm so happy you guys are here. On this note, while I'm going forward, if you know anyone that is a motivated entrepreneur, a beauty professional, a salon owner, wellness practitioner, holistic practitioner, service provider, please invite them to this group. I am going to be holding a contest next week. Whoever invites the most qualified people into the group, you're going to get a 1-hour business audit with me. That is like a $4,000 value, so you're going to get that free. So I want you guys to really start pumping this group up. I want to get it filled, not about numbers. I want to fill it with amazing people who are going to benefit from what I'm sharing every week because I'm here to support and help you grow. So let me go back to what I was saying before. So what happens is the market's changing. The recession's coming in. People, your ideal client that was your ideal client 6 months ago, they could still be your ideal client. But what they need from you now has shifted because how they're spending money now has shifted. And what they're because everything has shifted. So if you're frozen in fear and too afraid to shift what you're doing, you're going to stay stuck. So I say it's great to do market research. You may need to stop right now if your business is at a place where you're not getting the right clients, where you're not having profit flowing in, and you need to pivot, then I think you need to pivot. Now, if you need any support with that, just feel free to book a call with me. I'll hop on a call with you. We could just get a strategy going real quick. It's free. You can get some kind of breakthrough there. And maybe it's funny when you do talk to someone, a third party, it helps so much. Anyway, so by finding out what these people need. So here's a perfect example. Someone who was selling, I don't know, let me just think about this. I'll go back to the beauty industry. So the beauty industry now, like beauty suppliers had to add masks and face shields now to their services. Things have shifted. Now they need to sell more disinfectant wipes. Now they need to sell things that are going to help people's lives be easier as they transition in. People are asking more for personal development, for support in different industries. So you really have to ask your clients, what do they need from you right now? What is your expertise going to make them, feel better? And also remember, guys, the bottom line is if you're in business, especially if you're in the coaching and consulting realm, Your services can only be offered to people who can afford to pay them. So constantly pitching your services to broke people is not gonna work. Now, this is more for higher ticket items, for things that are more of an investment. Broke people are not going to invest in your products. So you need to really turn it around, and what worked 6 months ago is no longer working. So nowadays, like, do not bombard people's messenger inbox trying to like sell them shit. Do not just constantly keep throwing stuff at them. It's time for compassion, asking questions, talking to people, seeing what they need, and then shifting. You may have to shift your business completely. You may have to shift what you're doing to another angle. It's okay. If you're an entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur means having flexibility. So being an entrepreneur is you're the CEO, and the CEO has to be able to make decisions and make changes and shift things as they go. So don't be so stuck on one thing. And remember, guys, I want you to also take a good hard look at what you've been doing. If you've been doing something even 3 months before the pandemic and it wasn't working, I can guarantee you it is not going to work now after the pandemic. You need to shift something. Your offer needs to shift. How you're talking to people needs to shift. Where you're gaining them. So what I'm going to teach you guys also is your process. You may need to simplify your capture process, meaning how do you get people on a call with you? How do you get people to buy stuff with you? What is your sales process? Because the bottom line is, I'll give you an example. Hey, Penny, how are you, sweetheart? Hey, Vera. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you guys. So what is the journey these people go through? And the same journey does not work for every business. Like a Facebook Live to a freebie to getting people on a call, this is for a coach particularly, does not always work. Because guess what? The high paying client is not the person who's going to be hanging out on Facebook looking for a solution from you and watching your videos. That may work for lower ticket items though. So maybe if you have a group program, or you have something that is like a membership program, or an inexpensive course that's maybe under $100. Now again, these are my personal findings, what I've seen work for my clients, what I've seen work for myself, and what I've seen shifting in the industry. So having a really solid way of getting people through that journey. So I will give you an example. I will use a salon business. Now, once again, why am I using the salon? It's just an easy sample to give you, because this strategy will work, and I will teach the strategy at a later date, will work with any kind of business. Now, once again, guys, remember, back in the day, we used to have newspaper. We used to have value pack. We used to have word of mouth. We used to have all these other ways, mail. You would invite people in. You had the yellow pages. Now the yellow pages is your Google business listing, which if you don't have one, you need to have one. If you need help doing that, just ask me. I will post a video in this group on how to walk you through that. Same thing with where do people go when they need to find shit? They go to Google or they go to YouTube. I mean, let's face the facts. They're not hanging out on Facebook going, oh, I need an answer for this. Let me see who's got the answer. 9 times out of 10, it's just not true. I mean, Facebook is for entertainment, and groups are powerful. As you're in this group, it's a powerful way to cultivate a group, help people, teach, and then offer your programs in that group. Okay, so you can learn by example by doing that too. So I'm getting off topic here. So the bottom line is making sure that you do your market research. And I know a lot of people resist it because they're like, oh my God, Maria, I just got my thing all done. I just got everything perfected. Now what am I going to do? If people don't want it right now, it's pointless. That's like me trying to sell you like pools are closed and I sell chlorine. You're not going to be interested, right? Okay, everyone's wearing a mask. So if I'm selling masks right now, I'm going to be doing really well. If I'm selling Clorox wipes, I'm going to be doing really well. And a lot of industries have had to do that. It's not what they did before. So again, as an entrepreneur, you may have to shift. You may have to bring your program online. You may have to change things totally as you always did them before. But that's okay. But you have to be realistic. So I want you to take notes and be like, all right, what do people really need from me right now? Do they really need what I'm offering right now, or do I need to make it a little different? And you have to be realistic with that. A lot of us don't want to be realistic because it's a pain in the ass, because you got to change things. But there's easy ways to change things. So maybe you have a program that you used to do live with people, or you were doing training with people live. Give me some hearts, guys. Let me see if you're all here. I don't see any action. Is everyone here? All right. You can start hosting virtual events. Or here, all right, so I got off topic. So the salon, one of the salons I was working with, they've been closed for 3 months. What did we do? We created an online store for her. An online store now where she outsourced. I helped her hire. We hired a social media manager. Now you guys will be like, oh, I can't afford to do that. Yes, you can. And I can show you how to do that. You can afford to hire someone who's an intern, or someone who's mostly interns, or even anyone out there. I mean, I posted something on, yes, Penny, it's true. I posted something on Indeed, and I had 62 applicants for a social media manager position. Okay. You know what they do? They're my virtual assistant. They do all my posts. It took like literally 6 hours off my schedule. The only place you're going to see me on my social media is doing live trainings when I choose to in my exclusive group, which is this one, or another paid group that's with my program. So that has helped me tenfold, because now all that work is there and I can focus on doing what I need to do. Same thing with that salon owner. That salon owner hired a social media manager, someone that helped her create the online store, which took literally a few hours. We found someone on Fiverr that did it for her on her Square account. And all of a sudden, she was able, between the social media manager just plugging stuff, doing ads and certain strategies on Instagram, because that's where her crowd lives, because she sells more like R&Co products. They're more like younger hair care products. And her crowd loved them. She's created another source of income that now she can keep it in her salon, because now as salons open up, a lot of them can't have retail. They can't have people touching stuff. So now her clients are going to get used to this online shopping. I did the same thing. I created a whole online store. You can go to my online store, buy your favorite hair care products, $50, you get free shipping. I don't even have to spend money on product anymore. I don't have to have back stock. So these are just examples on how you can pivot and create other ways to make income for your business. And guys, the bottom line is you have to be realistic. And because the whole world has changed, you may have to change. So being stuck, being frozen is not going to work. Excuse me. Oh God, sorry. Sorry, guys. Allergies, I guess. Anyway, so that's super important. And again, if you don't know how to do it, find someone that can help you do it. If you feel stuck somewhere, ask for help. And things can change. They don't have to always stay the same. So another really cool strategy that I suggest everyone does is, I think you all need to implement some kind of self-care. Now, I know you're sick of hearing me, those of you that know me, but the truth of the matter is, if you don't implement some kind of ritual self-care policy for yourself, you're going to go by the wayside. You cannot show up as a great team leader. Oh, love you, Jess. Thanks, Christina. As a good team leader, as a good mom, as a good wife, as a good boss, as a good entrepreneur, if you're not taking great care of yourself. So I don't give a shit what's happening in the outside world. You have to honor your soul and really take good care of you. So self-care and stress management is pivotal in growing and scaling your business. So what I'm going to do next week, I'm going to try and do it next week. I'm going to see if I can put it together. Next week, I am going to do a very strategized, my 4-step formula. I'm going to show you behind the curtain my 4-step formula, how I actually have been attracting my clients, booking them in, and making the sale. It is a full circle process, and you can tweak it and put it to anything that works. Another word for this is called a funnel. Now, just because I'm saying a funnel, oh, thank you, Penny. Yes, post them. Thank you so much. Yes, Penny can help you guys. She's awesome at stress management and relaxation. Thank you so much. So in that protocol, what was I just talking about? I totally lost track of mine. Okay, the 4-step process. So it's called a funnel. So from use an example. I'll use Penny as an example, or Christina, even Jessica. You guys met me. You saw me giving something that appealed to you somewhere. I gave you something super valuable. It may have been a great video you saw. It may have been a great, guidebook I gave you. Now, once again, I'm going to go into detail of this, but the whole lead magnet thing, giving people a shitty, non-relevant piece of free stuff is bullshit. The internet and the whole business world is so saturated. So here's an example. One of my clients the other day, she owns a birthday party place. It's, where kids have birthday parties. Now, needless to say, she's been screwed for 3 months. She could not do this. So what we had to figure out is how to pivot her business to do something that is going to work. Her freebie had been 10 ways to have a great, or 10 tricks to have a great birthday party for your kid. It was very generic. But we changed her freebie up where it was all about her. The 10 things that an awesome, like a fun birthday party place should be offering, or 4 things. So people were like, oh. And then at the bottom, it was like, here, we can give you virtual birthday parties. Now they're doing drive-by birthday parties. They're delivering balloons. We shifted her business completely. But when her freebie was generic to all the moms, it was like no one really gave a shit. But when it was very specific to the moms that their kids had a birthday now during the pandemic, and they didn't know what the hell to do, and there was somebody that had a solution that could make their kid happy, bam. She did, I think she did, I'm trying to remember if it was Instagram ads or Google, I'm not really sure. So there is an ad strategy behind it. That's not my expertise, or you could do it organically. But you see what that means in a funnel. So a funnel means just the journey that you're taking the customer to for them to become your client. Another salon, they were just offering $40 gift cards for anyone that signed up to their email list. If your freebie is not exciting, where I'm like, ooh, I need that, revisit what are you giving people? What is your lead magnet? The lead magnet simply means what is the exchange? So what are you giving me if I give you my email? Because again, email is not dead. You should be getting their email, and you have to get their phone number now. And I also get everyone's address. And that's a lesson for another day, because guess what? Snail mail is amazing. Postcards are still amazing. There's just something so amazing about, how about if like next week you get a postcard from me, right? You're just so used to seeing me virtually. Isn't that going to be the coolest thing? You're like, oh my God, I got a postcard. Maria sent me a postcard. Like there's a realistic connection to that. So don't forget these things, guys. So these are all things that I am going to break down in separate classes and walk you through with the whiteboard. But they are all little shifts and changes that you have to make to appeal to people today, because things have changed. The market has changed. So I want to see you guys. Give me some hearts. Is everybody watching this? Yay! I love you guys. I can't really see. I feel like I'm on a delay. But anyway, so these are steps and tips that you need to implement. So for today, I want you to really stop. 2 things I want you to do today is I want you to look at your audience, who you've been serving for the past year, 2 years, however long your business is. And I want you to stop and say, what does my audience need from me today? Today. Not 3 months ago, because before the pandemic and after it's a different world. People are shopping different. They're showing up different. They're just acting different. And the recession's coming. So you need to show up as that expert, and you need to make sure, listen, if someone said to me, I'm an expert at making hot pink Betsey Johnson glasses, I'm their client. If someone said to me, I have my good friend Giselle, she's my personal hypoallergenic jewelry maker. She makes high-end jewelry. If someone says to me, oh my God, I make high-end, beautiful jewelry that's hypoallergenic, that, is nice and bulky the way I like it, I'm their ideal client. Does that make sense to you? Like, but if someone said to me, "Oh, listen, I sell wool turtlenecks," no way. Like, I would never be caught dead in wool. Like, I'm dying today of heat with just a thin cotton shirt on. So once again, you have to look at what they need today. It's like, don't try and sell people chlorine if they don't own a pool. Don't try and sell people, um, you know, propane gas if they don't own a grill. What is happening right now? You don't need a snow shovel in July. So I hope these few tips and tools help you guys. I am going to be really deep diving into the strategy weekly that I use to attract, nurture, and convert my clients online and offline. So this is good for a brick and mortar business, also for an online business. Make sure you work on your mindset. Make sure you focus on your energy, taking good care of yourself, and make sure you look at your market this week. I want you to really look at your market, do some research, email your clients, email your list, ask people, say, you know what, I'm doing some market research. What do you need from me? Or not even what do you need? What do you need right now? What does your business need? What does your life need? What does your body need? What does your marriage need? Well, what is something that's keeping you up at night right now? And if it's in the realm that you can help them, you take all those things and that's how you pivot your business, even if it's only temporarily. Guys, I love you all. Remember, invite people into the group. Whoever invites the most people, you get a 1 hour business audit with me. We go through clarity, strategy. You walk away with some shit you can implement right away, whatever it is you need. So share away. Let's grow this group. But again, only like-minded entrepreneurs who are high vibe and loving. I love every single one of you. I am so grateful for all of you that show up and watch me. And if there's anything I can do to support you, I am keeping tabs of what you guys ask me for, and I will make the classes specifically based on what your needs are, not mine. So send me a private message or comment below if there's a specific class that you want me to cover that I have not covered, and I'll put it in the roster. And every Thursday I will show up live. And if I can't show up live, I will pre-record something amazing and make sure it's in here at 11 a.m. for you guys. I'm sending you all massive love and light. I have a question for you all. Comment below. What do you need in your personally and professionally for the next 6 months after this pandemic? Comment below. That's my market research. I'll talk to you later, guys. Love you.